So we have a very interesting alternative kind of video related to Gran Turismo 7 today, and this is one of those which you need to take with a big grain of salt, because for those who don't know, on the PlayStation channel, a music video was released regarding Gran Turismo 7, one of the songs, Life's Coming in Slow by Nothing But Thieves. Within this music video, there are a ton of cars which have not been in any other trailers or promotional material, but they're not actually shown in the game. And you'll see some of that imagery in the video. Hopefully it doesn't get claimed on the visuals alone. But basically schematics, drawings, sketches, that kind of stuff of variations of cars which we expected to see and some which are completely new. Now this is a music video, and that is the biggest reason to believe that these probably are not in the game, if you want to take that side of the argument, because any music video takes artistic license. The other side of that coin is that whoever directed and created the video chose these cars, and it was curated for the Gran Turismo, campaign, if you will, and placed quite deliberately on the PlayStation channel. So ultimately, make up your own mind, and we'll see soon enough. So to break these cars down in the order which they appear in the trailer, we straight off the bat see some variation of the Singer reimagination of the Porsche 911, the classic shape 911. Now we see this one a few times. In fact, it's one of the only, if not the only car in this, not trailer, but music video I should say, which has colour applied to it, which is actually a pretty decent hint that it might actually be in the game. The next one which we see very soon after is a car which actually appeals to me a lot more, a car which I really like in the Forza games, the 997 generation Porsche 911 GT2. A serious weapon, rear-wheel drive, something like 540 horsepower, I think it is, something like that. Extremely rapid machine, and would be, as I said, an absolute weapon in the game. Next up, in a blink and you'll miss it moment, we have what I believe is one of my favourite cars, actually. One of my favourite cars I've driven and reviewed on the channel as well in the Beards and Cars series, the Porsche Panamera. It looks to me very much so like a first generation Panamera, possibly something like a Panamera S or a Panamera Turbo. Again, there is some disagreement, especially on the Discord, as to what this car could be. I believe it's pretty clearly a Panamera when you put them side by side, but again, maybe that's just me. We next see another vehicle which is very heavily featured alongside that Singer 911, and that is a wide-body version of the iconic classic Skyline, the KPGC10 generation Skyline, which of course is a returning face, but with this huge silhouette-style body kit, which is actually reminiscent of some other Skyline body kits in other games, like the GTR series and the Need for Speed series. The next one we see is another really interesting one, and I believe this one, if it were to come to the game, would be a great vehicle to feature side by side with the AMG GTR, which we do know is in the game, and that is quite clearly an Sls Amg Black Series. Very rarely seen in black, ironically, but a very, very rapid car. One of the most exotic modern Mercs, one of the most expensive modern Mercs, even used because of its collector's appeal. That would be an awesome car to come to the game. And then we see a vehicle which has so far eluded me. I've got a couple of different ideas of what it could be, if it is even the same vehicle being shown. It has a little bit of like a Holden vibe to it. But to me, from some angles, this vehicle looks kind of like a Jaguar XE. It has a similar shaped light, similar shaped window, but then the fuel cap doesn't quite match up, the wheels don't quite match. From the front, the bonnet on the top view looks kind of like it, but then the back end almost looks more like a crossover, almost like a Jaguar I-Pace. It's probably not a Jag at all, but it kind of looks like those to me. Ultimately, that's it for the vehicles which we see in the video, and then you basically see variations of those angles and vehicles multiple times, especially the 911 and the Skyline. As I said though, it could very easily mean absolutely nothing, or this could be all meaningful. Ultimately, we'll have to wait only a couple of weeks now to find out, but it will be pretty awesome if these cars do end up showing up in the game. Either way, stick around on the channel, and of course if you do stick around, you'll find out if they are in the game, because I will definitely be talking about it if they are. But ultimately, that's it for this vid. Stick around on the channel for more, and of course stick around here for when GT7 releases. I will be beginning to release content for it on day one, March is going to be dominated by Gran Turismo 7 content, probably April as well, and it's not going to be slowing down anytime after that either. So ultimately that's it for this vid, see you next time, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.